Hello guys, we are back with our next lecture. In this lecture, let us go through Amazon Web Services guys for IoT. So it is in short form, we'll be calling them as AWS. I hope everyone at least once heard the word, right? AWS, right? Yes. So basically AWS is a place where you can take some things from the data centers guys. So if you want storage, you can buy the storage. If you want the processing power, you can buy it. If you want something, you can buy it from there guys. So that is some kind of store, you can say, of electronics. Okay, yes, where you can buy some kind of internet things. Okay, yes. So AWS for IoT provides a secure bidirectional communication between the interconnected devices such as sensors, actuators and embedded microcontrollers or small applications and the AWS cloud. Okay, so basically if your sensor is collecting some data, so that the data you need to store somewhere, right? Yes, so there we will be using this AWS guys. Okay, so AWS, you can say that it is a paid service, you can say. Basically they say that for 12 months it will be free for limited usage, but basically it's a paid service, right? Yes. So we used the website called ThingsSpeak guys. THINGS Speak. Okay, thingspeak.com. So that is a free service. That is also a cloud based service, but it is free. So there you can upload your data and you can check. There is a limitations, but it is free of cost. Okay, yes. So here AWS is also providing the same conditions that you can collect the data from the sensors and showcase it, but it is just a paid service. Okay, and it is more secured when compared to any other service guys. Okay, so this enables you to collect the data from multiple devices and store and analyze the data. So why do we collect the data using the IoT sensors guys? So we are having some requirement for that data, to process that data, to utilize that data somewhere, right? So that is the only reason why we are collecting the data, right? Yes, so that is the reason why always this collected data is stored in a secured way, because if it goes into some other's wrong person hand, in that situation that could lead to a huge issue, right? Yes. So we are having a few services. The first service is nothing but Amazon EC2. So EC2, most of you don't know the full form of EC, right? So EC is nothing but Elastic Cloud guys. Okay, so here you can pay as per your usage. So you can create an account and you can start using it. So according to your usage, you need to pay the bill at the end. Okay, right. So that will be working in this way. Similarly, auto scaling. Okay, so auto scaling, so basically when you create a huge network of Internet of Things, many devices will keep on adding to your network, right? Yes. So whenever you select Amazon auto scale, so it auto scales the instances of the system. It automatically increases and it monitors everything guys. So that comes under the Amazon auto scaling. It is a bit costly. Okay, it is a bit costly and it always tries to reduce the cost guys. With minimum cost it works. Okay, yes, it is a bit costly, but the amount will be high, but with respect to solo ones, it is a bit cheap. Okay, similarly Amazon S3 is for storage guys. So whenever you want a huge storage for your IoT data, so assume that it is a video stream data, like from a cigarette camera or from a motion sensing camera or some camera. So in that situation you need huge data, right? Yes, so in this time you will be using the Amazon S3. Okay, so you can just go through the theory. Okay, similarly Amazon relational databases. So if you want to store some data from sensors and all those things, you can store it in this database. Similarly we are having the dynamic database also, so even in that you can store. Okay, yes. So I hope everyone got some basic idea about this Amazon Web Services. So in the next lecture we will be discussing about the Skynet for IoT messaging platform. Okay, yes. So let us meet in the next lecture. Thank you, thanks for watching.